This is my favorite take on the crisis of regime. Just came out from Roseanne Barr on Twitter. She said, "The propaganda here from the other side is sad. It's just a collection of unhinged emotional outbursts from Trump derangement syndrome psychopaths who only hate him because the war party pedos told them to. I've been mentally ill my whole life, and these people are bat shit crazy in comparison." Pretty much sums it up. That's it, man. So if you think the issue in this campaign is, well, those rates of illegal immigration are a little bit high, I think we need to curtail those a little bit. I think that those corporations are getting away with a little bit too much. We might need to regulate them a little bit more. Then you'll probably try to pick from the ordinary array of candidates and policies. If, however, you think that the issues at play in this campaign are a little bit deeper, if you think that the fact that the current president is trying to imprison his chief political rival is not just an aberration, but a harbinger of even more ominous things to come, then you're probably looking at the election a little bit different, and you're not going to be a one-issue voter. COVID or immigration or, I don't know, any issue. You're going to be looking at the whole political order. Now, Bobby Kennedy Jr. did just get one endorsement. That would be from Woody Harrelson. Lovable Woody Harrelson, great actor. He posed with Bobby Kennedy's wife, Cheryl Hines, who plays the wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David, which is funny because Larry David's a huge lib and screams at anyone who's even vaguely conservative. So this sums up the Kennedy campaign to me. The Kennedy campaign is for cool hippies, not ordinary hippies who are generally insufferable, but cool, lovable hippies like Woody Harrelson. Bobby Kennedy's campaign is for anodyne populists, people who recognize that there is something wrong, not just with the Democrat Party, not just with the Republican Party. There's something wrong with the whole system. The corporate media, the liberal establishment, whatever term you want to use for it. But they're anodyne hippies because they're not going to support a populist candidate who can actually gum things up. Kennedy is polling at, 17% in the Democrat Party. Democrat Party keeps a much tighter lock on the primary process than the Republican Party does. There is a 0% chance that Bobby Kennedy becomes the Democrat nominee for president. Not going to happen. But you can feel kind of good because you say, all right, baby, I'm voting against the system. It's like the people who voted for Ralph Nader in 2000. It's like a glorified version of the Green Party. Now, the populists who want to get something done, they vote for Trump. Not that that's a guarantee to get anything done. It might not. They might not let him win either. But at least he has won before. At least he has gummed up the system before. You see this a little more clearly overseas. The populists who want to get something done vote for the Brexit. They vote for Giorgia Meloni, although she has gone a little bit squishy. They vote for Viktor Orban in Hungary. They vote for the Vox Party in Spain. They vote for AfD in Germany. They vote for the Conservative Party in Sweden. They vote for these insurgent groups that actually have a shot of winning. But if you don't want to deal with that and you don't want to be called an evil, terrible monster, racist, thisist, thatist, then you endorse Bobby Kennedy Jr. and you get to have your cake and eat it too. You don't actually get any consequence out of that, but you get some populist cred without having to deal with the downsides of that. Right now, go to puretalk.com/Knowles. You know a company is looking out for you when they upgrade your service without even charging you for it. It's great news for new and current Pure Talk customers. Pure Talk just added data to every plan and includes a mobile hotspot with no price increase whatsoever. If you've considered Pure Talk before but have not made the switch, take a look again. For just $20 a month, you will get unlimited talk, text, and now 50% more 5G data plus their new mobile hotspot. This is why I love Pure Talk. It's veteran-owned. They only hire the best customer service team located right here in the great US of A. Most families are saving almost $1,000 a year while enjoying the most dependable 5G network in America. Remember, you vote with how you spend your money, so stop supporting woke wireless companies that don't support you. When you go to puretalk.com/Knowles, Knowles, you will save an additional 50% off your first month because they value you. That's puretalk.com/Knowles, Knowles. Pure Talk Wireless for Americans by Americans. Right now, go to Prageru.com. Many Americans have lost faith in the government, media, and schools. That's the bad news. The good news is there's something that you can do to help get the country back on track. Prageru is an educational nonprofit that is fighting to save the future of America. Watched 5 million times a day, Prageru videos spread messages of liberty, economic freedom, and the values that built our country to the next generation. There truly is hope for America, but only if we reach more young people, and Prageru needs your help. Go to Prageru.com and make a tax-deductible donation. Whatever you give right now will be matched and have twice the impact. Donate $10, it doubles to $20. Give $50, it becomes $100. You get the idea. 70% of viewers say their mind was changed after watching a Prageru video. Please give to Prageru today so your gift can have double the impact in reaching more people and changing more minds. Go to Prageru.com today. Whatever you give will be doubled. It is a crisis of regime, though, and I don't think I'm being hyperbolic about that. You want to know my evidence for it? My evidence for it is that the suicide rate just hit an all-time high. That's probably the best evidence I could give you, that the problem we face right now is not just one little area of public policy's gone off, or one little part of the government has become corrupt, but that the whole system is really rotten. The suicide rate in recent years has been getting worse and worse and worse, so much so that the life expectancy in the United States has declined because of deaths of despair, overdoses, and suicides. And now, the suicide rate hit an all-time high. 49,500 people killed themselves last year in the U.S., highest number ever. CDC has not yet calculated the official suicide rate for the year. The available data suggests that suicide rates are more common in the U.S. than any time since at least the dawn of World War II. Largest increases were in older adults. Deaths rose nearly 7% in people ages 45 to 64, rose more than 8%, 65 or older, and white men in particular, the most maligned group in the entire country, probably in the entire world, have very, very high rates. This tells you that the argument of the uniparty, everyone from the Clinton Democrats all the way over to the Romney Republicans, has fallen flat. And that argument, we've heard it a lot, especially over the last 10, 20 years, is that liberalism is great. And on the right, you hear classical liberalism is great. We just need to return to the Enlightenment values. And on the left, you hear liberalism is great, and we need to follow liberalism to its logical conclusion and be more progressive and kinder and gentler. But we're all going to follow the liberal program of what? Of prioritizing material benefit, which is fine. We all want to be able to eat. But prioritizing material growth over any other consideration, not at all considering the other things that make a nation, people, customs, language, borders, traditions. All of that is gone. Religion, most of all. That's all bunk. Forget about that. That's from the Stone Age. That doesn't matter anymore. Now we have iPhones, and iPhones are all that matters. See, and when you ever suggest that maybe there's a problem in the country, a problem that goes a little bit deeper than one party and goes to the systemic level, what you will hear from the line towers on both sides of the partisan divide is, look, things are better now than they've ever been. Deaths in infancy are way, way down, they'll tell you. Look, people used to die in childbirth. Now those deaths are way, way down. You might say, yes, that's true because of modern medical technology. But the problem is no one's having any kids. Well, okay, sure. But deaths from war and violence, they're way, way down. Yeah, but people are killing themselves more than ever. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Well, now people aren't stuck in abusive marriages or marriages for politics or economic consideration. That's true. Just now no one's getting married. Yeah. And people are literally killing themselves. So it reminds me of the socialists. You know, the socialists would always say, look, socialism, it's just never been tried. They'll say, forget about all the actual data on what socialism looks like in practice. Let me tell you what it looks like in theory. And this is what I'm hearing from the liberals. Modern progressive liberals and so-called classical liberals, all the same. They're basically saying that, oh no, true liberalism's never been tried. Oh, don't look at the actual data. Don't look at the people killing themselves. Don't look at the families collapsing. Don't look at the drug overdoses. Don't look at the borders falling apart. Don't look at the political strife. No. Just in theory, liberalism's great. Who cares if it works in practice? Does it work in theory? I care if it works in practice. And the millions and millions of Americans the many, many millions of people across the West who are voting for these more populist parties, who are questioning the dogmas of official regime liberalism in the last few years, we all care if it works in practice much, much more than what you can sketch out on a chalkboard. What a great clip. No? No? Bop, bop, bop. You got to ring that bell. Subscribe to the Michael Knowles channel. We'll see you next time.